Hi, Facebook. Did y'all know that if you set aside $20,000 30 years ago, that $20,000 would now be worth under $7,000? And if you use that same amount of money to buy some gold, you would now be able to sell that gold for $105,000. So gold, we see that it's a powerful hedge against inflation. It's very useful for protecting yourself against the debasement, against the loss of value of different currencies around the world. And we see that going on nowadays. We see different countries experiencing inflation, some experiencing hyperinflation as a result of irresponsible government monetary policies. A lot of governments like to print massive amounts of money to fund their deficits, but that's not how it should be done, because that's how you lose the value of your currency. And if you want to protect yourself against that, then start buying some gold. It's always a good idea. Even if you just want to diversify, just throw in a little bit of your investment money in there. It's good to protect yourself against economic downturns. Say there's a market crash. Instead of losing money, you're going to make some money with gold, because people flock to that whenever there's uncertainty or any type of crisis going on. It's also one of the easiest assets to sell compared to a house. A house, it may go up in value, but it's a little harder to sell. There's a lot of legal forms that you have to fill out, and just looking for a buyer in the first place. And it's a lot of maintenance. Gold, you don't have to maintain it. It doesn't corrode. It's durable. You can easily divide it, and it's easily certified. And that's why it's been the main form of money for thousands of years. A lot of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum are gaining a lot of popularity because people are looking for currencies that are decentralized. Now, I personally disagree with the intrinsic nature of Bitcoin, but however, I do agree with the decentralized aspect of it. A lot of times, countries ever since 600 BC, the Lydian kingdom, they started minting their coins and they started debasing it. They would create more coins by adding in cheaper metals, by making the metals a little bit smaller every time where people wouldn't notice. But given enough time, people did catch on, and people started to realize that their money wasn't worth as much, and then this caused prices to rise. And that's what we see with paper currency as well. Governments just print massive amounts of money, and without an increase in the supply of goods that goes along with that, well, everything's just going to get more expensive because you have more money chasing after the same amount of goods. And so with gold, it's not, you can't really do that with gold. You can't really just print more gold. So if you're buying highly reputable gold that's certified, and you know for sure that it's the purity that it says it is and the weight that it says it is, that's a really good way to protect yourself from any type of monetary manipulation that's going on. And it's stood the test of time. Gold has always been great, and the only reason that we haven't seen a bigger rise in gold is because of how artificially liquid all these fiat currencies are. But once we experience the consequences of all these currencies, we're going to see a massive movement into gold. We're already seeing a massive movement into gold. Central banks are buying at record rates. I think in the year 2022 or 2023, we bought almost 1,200 metric tons globally, which is the highest amount since 1950. And so these central banks are starting to catch on, and that's what's driven the price of gold to go up so high this year. It's up 26%, and it's after a little 7% drop after the election. But it's recovering, and I see a lot of upside, and I see a lot more record highs coming. It's been making record highs since December. It's broken the all-time high, I believe, 4 times around there since then. So get yourself some gold. It's durable. It doesn't corrode. It's the best form of money out there. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. I really recommend it. Protect yourself against these uncertain times and take back control of your financial future. That's what I'm doing, and I want to teach others and help others do that as well.